Too, y'all.
Don't talk about it.
Okay,
Yeah.
we can just enjoy the music.
That's insane.
All right. Thanks for tuning into the Song Pump Radio Show. No Static Radio. We don't bring no static, but we show every the noise.
Period.
Yeah. Period.
Period.
Yeah.
Point blank.
You got my homegirl in the house, Bizzy Bone goddaughter, Devy. Yeah.
Blooper. You can't cut that out though.
Yeah. And the hands go up, and it stay there, and it stay there.
Good shit stuck in my head.
That's the exercise.
Immediately.
Yes. What's going on with ya?
Not a thing. I just got off of work a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Came straight here.
That's dope. See, that's love, y'all. That's love.
Yeah.
Yes.
And dedication.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
You gotta be dedicated in this game.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
I'm up here burning up. I'm always hot for some reason, man. I don't know what it is. I got the fan going over there. Oh, man.
It's because we play Boys to Men.
Let's do.
Hit the blue. Boom.
See? Yeah.
There you go.
You know, I stay hot all the time, man. You know?
But you got layers on.
Oh, just one. Just a thin little t-shirt. You know? It's just a jacket.
We'll take the jacket off.
Yeah,
You like me not making content.
Yeah, so I like what you're doing out there. You doing, for one, I like you down to earth.
Thank
you. Very nice person, laid back. Well, I say I'm laid back, but
Right. I mean, I'm laid back. I can definitely be like,
Mm-hmm.
She's a vibe, y'all.
Energy that comes out.
She's a vibe.
Yeah. A good vibe. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good vibes. Good vibes.
Only.
See that voice out of your background singer?
Absolutely. Insert the harmonies in the song.
Okay, you auditioning.
I'll be sounding like Alfalfa, y'all.
Not Alfalfa.
Hey,
no, that's going to be a luxury. I have to look on the top of your head.
Solomon can actually sing while he's playing. He was part of a quartet.
He looks like one of those people that can sing. You ever see somebody and you're like, you can do something. Like, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But I believe that. Now that she said it, it makes sense.
Yeah, remember, being I got a lot of brothers, but me and a few of my brothers who used to sing, doggone it, why does I keep doing that?
In a quartet.
Huh? Yeah, this is crazy. But anyway, the spiritual vocals, that was the name of our group.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was in church and everything, but we sung with no music, we just harmonized.
Oh, that's sick. I have always, growing up, I used to watch the movie Selena with Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
And I love the quartets. Oh my goodness. Like, when they would do, Blue Moon, and it was all harmonies, and so, I learned later in life, how they did it, but just growing up when music was, it would just catch my attention in every movie. I'm like, wait, how did they know to do that? It just sounds so good and blends well.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite movies.
Well, just got an ear for music, like my one brother has sung bass, from the Temptations, and my other brother was singing alto, and I was singing tenor.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice. So there were three of you.
Yeah.
That's sick. You have any old videos?
Yep.
Ooh.
But you know what? The video that's out there now.
Yeah.
That was 100 years later.
Y'all gotta do a reunion.
Yeah, we haven't sung in so many years, and then we had came back and sung.
Yeah.
But we were just goofing around. But hey,
wasn't
bad for some of you ain't sung in so many years.
Yeah.
She
I'm
said,
gonna need a Throwback Thursday post or a Flashback Friday.
You know what? I will. I'm gonna do that.
You should, and you should tag them, and then you should have them come here, and y'all should all do this.
That'd be nice too.
We just came up with the next.
And it's like everybody's so busy though. Everybody doing something, so it's hard to break away.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of artists that I would love to collab with, but life gets so busy. It's just I'm always doing something. They're always doing something. The schedules never line up. I'm like, man, we gotta just do this one day. Just get it together.
I mean, it can really happen.
Yeah.
It can really happen. I would say, if you got time let's put it this way: you will make time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you can make time for anything else, you can make time for
Oh yeah.
It's just things what you got in front of you. Like, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Maybe I gotta put this to the side.
Oh yeah, that's something that I've kind of like, especially with my music, I've put in my head. Like I've had to what's the word I'm looking for? I've had to like reiterate, reevaluate my priorities to make music happen. Because I tell my mom this all the time. My parents, I'm like, I do not want to work for somebody for the rest of my life.
Right.
I don't. I would rather be able to. I like making music, and of course, like a lot of people are independent, and a lot of people work for someone in music. But I'm like, I would at least be working and doing my passion, and it wouldn't feel like I was working. And that's how it's supposed to be, you know, like. So now, when I have opportunities for my music, I always say, like I say it out loud, like I'm gonna be selfish. I am being selfish because sometimes I like feel bad. I'm like, oh my gosh, how dare I request off work so that I can go and do the Bizzy concert? How dare I? I'm being selfish because at the end of the day, they're not gonna care if I quit tomorrow. They're gonna interview and fill my spot. There's only one Devy. Dang it.
Right.
So
tell it like it is. Say it loud.
Right. There's only one. So for me, that's something that I've tried to, put into my own ear, but also my daughter, because, like she's 6. I want her to grow up knowing that it's okay to be a little bit selfish about the things that matter to you, because a lot of people don't do that. And that's why a lot of people, like, especially in music or like sports or just anything in general, they're not where they want to be because they're not selfish. They're worried about what other people are going to feel and how other people are going to react. But why would you do that? Because I wanted to, dang it. Because I wanted to.
And you know what? I'm a guilty of that. Always trying to please other people all the time. Always. I'm like, man, when is this time for you to go do for you? So
I saw a post today. It was like, there's people that are half as talented as you that are making big moves because you still feel like you're not ready to make them. And it's like, dang. You right, because there's a lot of singers, there's a lot of rappers, but there's not a lot of artists. Like when you see people, like I don't listen to the radio very often anymore. I kind of stopped listening to like the ones that I could press on, and I find ones like this because you have like the real artists. I'm so tired of hearing the same thing on a different beat that's a little tweaked. Like you could do that, but it's artistry.
Man, so. I was listening to, at the Bone concert, you was performing. I'm trying to figure out what, it was so unique, and everybody was saying, man, she is great. Everybody was saying, she is great. I love her. What style? What music? You know what I mean? It's like a mixture or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I've had people compare me to, like, Halsey, or they'll tell me that I sound like, oh, you sound like a blues artist. And I'm like, really? And then, like, when I step back and actually, like, listen to something, I'm like, I can see that. I can see, like, maybe the second song that I did, that one had, like, a jazz feel to it. And then you had the first song I did, Honest, that one's, like, a pop R&B something. It's just so, it's unique.
Yeah,
and
that's
I
what
like
I was
that.
saying. Is she like mixture like a pop R&B rap? It's
right.
all
like,
in,
what is
in
she
the,
doing
all in the
right
ball.
now? Yeah.
But it's different.
Oh yeah.
And I like it. Just like who else is different out here? Flow Rider.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's good to be different and killing it too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think it's because I listened to, like you said, Flow Rider. Flow Rider's been in the game for a long time. And that's someone I grew up listening to. Like, he went from mainstream to, like, kind of, staying back, but he still makes music every once in a while, and it's still really great, And
whenever he come out, it's sold out.
Yep, always.
So.
But he played, like, I remember he did rap, he did pop, he collaborated with a bunch of pop artists, and then he did, like, house music. We were just like, like, you just want to dance and hear it.
You wanted that because
you want everybody to feel something when they hear it. That's why I'm like, I don't stay with one genre. Yep. Like, I have friends, that song that I rapped, The Villain Complex, that was with 2 of my buddies. They're in, like, a rap group. They do rock. They do it all.
That's good.
And I'm like, heck, yeah. They asked me to jump on it. And, like, I did the solo version at the show because they couldn't be there. But 2 of those verses is 2 other people. And I'm like, okay, all right, like I can do this. This is an honor to be able to rap your parts. But like, when they asked me to go on to that song, I was kind of like, ooh, you know, like I could freestyle. Like I'll smoke and freestyle in my room and, you know, like dabble. But like I've never been like, oh, I'm gonna do a rap song. You know, like it's never been something that I've thought of like doing by myself. Like yeah, I'll freestyle, but that's just kind of like, can I do it? Oh, I can. Okay, cool. That was kind of good. There's been times where like I'll do a freestyle. I'm like, oh, I should release that. But then I'm like, never mind.
Hey, you know.
But now I'm like, maybe I will.
Yeah.
Maybe I will.
Taking chances, jumping out there,
right,
doing your thing. You know, it's all about having fun.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So.
For sure. And it's funny because every time I say I'm about to rap, they're like, don't rap. And I'm like, why? They're like, because nobody wants to hear about what girls rap about. And I'm like, what? Don't you dare generalize me.
Yeah, they do.
Right.
Don't generalize me. Like, they talk about like Megan Thee Stallion and Lotto and all these girls that talk about.
Man, everybody listening to them.
I'm like, first of all, that's rude. Second of all, like, these women are confident within themselves to make that kind of music. Like, if I personally probably would not make a rap song that is about what they rap about, and that's totally. I appreciate their music, you know, but like me personally, like I know what I got, and I'm gonna flaunt it, but I ain't gotta say nothing about it. So that's just what it is. And then they hear me rap, and they're like, "Wow, okay, that's not what I was expecting." I'm like, "Yeah, don't assume."
Right.
Jerks.
It is what it
is. It is what it is.
I like the smiley face on the hat.
Thank you. I was trying. You know, I was like, this is the mood for today, so I wore it. You know, had my Wednesday Addams pigtails.
Pocahontas.
Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah.
Those are the two I get. Pocahontas and Wednesday. I'm like, I'm here for both, because Pocahontas was my favorite movie as a kid. I love her. Love Pocahontas.
So, like, what, you know, outside of the normal, you know, around you, like, what was your musical influence growing up?
So,
me.
It's weird because growing up, you know, my mom always, Saturdays were cleaning day. I woke up to her blasting R&B. I woke up like, Whitney Houston again.
Oh, wow.
Dang. Like,
wow.
But then I would get up and clean and start singing along with it. You know, like, my mom has a very diverse palette in her music.
Okay.
And growing up, you know, like, I learned those songs, and then I'm singing them, and I'm like, ooh. And, you know, a lot of R&B has emotion behind it. You don't hear an R&B song that's really not talking about anything. You never do. That's what it's from the heart.
Right,
so, like,
right.
Growing up, my writing came from feelings. I got bullied. I dealt with a lot of jerks, and the way that I dealt with them was my music.
Okay.
I got bullied.
Jealous.
It was boys, and they look crazy now, so karma hit them.
Good. I did too. I
was like, you know what? They try to talk to me now. It's hilarious. I'm like, nah.
Telling your bodyguard don't get them.
Right. I'm sending you on them. Like, But that was the first, like, elementary school, like 3rd, 4th grade. That's when I really started to write. And then I think that the first song I ever wrote, I remember a little bit of it because I had a piano. But it was in, like, 6th or 7th grade. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. And I never finished it. I was like, oh, okay. And then a couple years ago in 2018, that's when I wrote Forget. And my mom was like, this sounds like something I would get on the radio. And I'm like, really? And it was. I actually had a friend that was in, like, Southern Ohio that was like, hey, you were on the college radio. Forget played. I'm like, what?
That's dope.
But going back to your question, because I totally just kind of, like, spiraled away from it. My mom definitely inspired me to listen to different types of music. Because like I said, her palette was just super diverse. So it made mine diverse. And then the high school that I was supposed to go to before moving back to Ohio had a school for the performing arts. And my song that I did was Jesus Take the Wheel. I did 2 songs. I did Jesus Take the Wheel and The Greatest Love of All by Whitney Houston. And my mom, she kind of coached me like through, you know, the practice, because it's almost like you get judged. Like you walk into this room and there's people sitting at a table and you're like, hi, my name is I'm
almost like American Idol.
Right, basically, yeah, but there's no like golden ticket, there's no like pretty stuff. Right. It's just and like being in the living room having little concerts of these 2 songs, like that felt real. I felt like I was practicing for something important, you know? Like I'm like, oh my goodness, like I'm actually about to go and perform in front of people. And even though it was only like 3 or 4 judges, I was like, oh my gosh, it was the biggest moment of my life. You know, and then I went from doing that to performing at winter concerts, and that's kind of how I fell in love with music, because I was in choir, and like, yeah, that's cool, but having the opportunity to perform, I think that performing is what like really put me in the, yeah, I think I kind of want to make music. I'm good at making music, and I like being in front of people and sharing my feelings, because there's a chance that someone else in here probably has felt this way at some point, or they feel it right now, you know? It's like, I feel like music is a way to feel seen. So like the artists that I've listened to all my life, like music's definitely saved my life. And before and after music saved my life, my daughter did. And me and her both share the passion of music. It's crazy seeing her, like, she gets so excited.
And it's therapy, too.
Heck yeah. Me and her, when she has a bad day at school, she'll ask to go on a drive, and I know that means to blast music and roll our windows down in the car, drive on the freeway, and her song. So, like, having that bond with her and her loving music as much as I do is just really cool. Because it's like, you know how many other people in this world love music? I don't know anyone that doesn't like music. Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of music it is. It might be classical. It might be no words. Mean,
grumpy, old, you know.
Right.
You know.
Like, oh man, okay. That just happened too. I'm like, wow. Okay. Let's do this. So, music has always been an influence in my life. Like, always. I don't remember a moment where I'm like, I don't want to make music, or I don't like music.
Right.
Like, that's never been a thing. I've always been like, give me a word.
Right.
And I'm writing it or singing it or whatever the case is. That's my favorite. Heck yeah.
That is awesome, man. Gee, so talent shows. I
did talent shows. So like, middle school, I went to winter retreats with my church, and they would have talent shows. And the first one I went to, I did really, really, really well. I won first place. And then the second one, I was worshiping for like the whole week, and they did the talent show later than they did the first time I went. And I'm like, oh. So I went up there and I had wrote a song on this little piece of paper. It was like that big, and I was hoarse. I had sounded like I just came from like 16 concerts back to back, and I thought it was a great idea to still go up there. And I came in second place. But I'm like, y'all just did that because you're trying to be nice, because I came up here and embarrassed myself, and I was hoarse. And it was a cappella. It was just all bad. I was like, no.
Well, second place ain't bad, though.
Right, like, I'll take it. However, like, there's definitely somebody else that could have taken second place.
Yeah,
that's
I
fair.
feel it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But I did, like, school talent shows. There was one I did a last minute. I was supposed to sing Gravity by Sarah Bareilles by myself. And the guy that was in charge of the talent show, he was like, why don't you and this one girl I went to school with, he was like, why don't you guys merge your 2 songs? Like, we did. She was singing Rolling in the Deep, and I was singing Gravity. Okay. But I did not want to really do that. I was like, dang it. But we ended up doing it, and like, it was fine, but then I cussed in the mic. Because I messed up. I was like, gosh, in front of the whole school. I was like, oof.
Everybody started laughing.
Oh yeah, it was hilarious. And then we like finished the song, of course. Like, it didn't throw it all the way off, but it was embarrassing. Like, I was like, dang, I can't believe I did that, you know? Yeah. But I loved doing that too. Like, it was a bunch of people, and I think it was a little bit more I think it's more intimidating to perform in front of people you know? Because you know them. Like, strangers, you're like, watch this. You know? And then, like, people that see you on a regular basis. Like, I would hate going to, like, a karaoke car with all of my coworkers, and then going to work the next day like nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
but you know what? Sometimes that'll make other people get up and do it.
Oh yeah.
Like depending, because like you say, if you at your coworkers spot, and they start, you get up there and start doing it.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Yep, and they'd be sitting back there. All of a sudden, they start getting in the mood, and because it's fun.
Right.
Then they want to get up and do it.
And it's crazy how music unites people.
You encourage people.
Right. Music is insane.
Yep.
That's like the one common ground I think people can have. And people that really like music as a whole appreciate good music. Like, I don't listen to death metal. I don't. It's not in my playlist. I don't listen to it when I work out. But I can see, like, if someone puts it on that's, like, really, like, okay, just listen to this. I might be like, at first, I'm like,
let your bodies hit the floor. Let your bodies hit the floor.
Like, oh, shit.
Now, I like Nickelback.
Ooh, Nickelback is so underrated. I don't care what anybody says.
3 Doors Down.
Oh, yeah. 3 Doors Down.
Yeah.
Don't start.
I might go in and out.
Mine just came back. I was like, oh, I'm back. Hello.
Yeah. So I know everybody always be asking, how was it growing up, with Bizzy and all that. So I know everybody hit you with that. Everybody do.
They do. I mean, growing up with Bizzy, I grew up more with Lil Bizzy than I did Bizzy. Okay. Sleepovers at my godmother's house and him being there. And at first, I didn't actually know that Bizzy was his dad. Okay. He was just called Brian. Oh, hey, Brian, hey. I'm like, what? And that was the show, we did an interview Friday, and when we did that one, that was the first time I've seen Lil Bizzy since, 11 or 12.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dang. And then I connected with Bizzy in 2016, 17, 18. And he didn't realize who I was.
Because you done grew.
I grew. I was grown up. But I started watching his Instagram lives and commenting. And, he's very, very active with his followers. Yeah, you can't say that about a lot of people. Right. But one thing about Bizzy is he'll at least like your comment, Yeah. Or when he's on live, he'll go through and look and reply real quick to everybody that's commenting if he can. And there were a few times where he replied. He would talk to me. I would reply to his story, and he would swipe up and reply real quick. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I make music, And then so my relationship with Bizzy started with music. It wasn't like, oh, you're my god, it was music. Wow, that's crazy. You did really good. You got potential. I'm like, oh my gosh, Bizzy's not ever. I was fangirling for a second, and then I had mentioned my godmother. He's like, oh my god, now I know who you are. And I'm like, oh, great. Awesome. Hey, how you doing? And ever since then, though, we're like this. That's my dude, he looks out for me, and, he wants me to really take my music seriously. He's very, very honest, with what I need to do, how I need to do it, how to be, smart about things, and focused. Things that before a show to do and not to do. He gives me the feedback and the encouragement that I need.
I see he be on Junior a lot too, every time.
Oh, absolutely. Because Junior and Sinatra, they both are very, very talented. And, they're that's a phenomenon. All three of them on Saturday, just on the same stage, wow. That's crazy. But I think they're going touring next year, so of course you got to be on it. Dot every I and cross every T. That's
shout out to Bizzy, Sinatra, and Lil Biz.
Right. Yeah. But that's mainly, we talked about this the other day, that's mainly how I'm spoiled when it comes to him. I call him about, my music, hey, I got 10 songs. And he'll tell me, all right, okay, well, I got something for you, or, whatever the case is. Yeah. And you said him. Are they calling in to talk to us?
No.
Hello.
No.
That'd be hilarious. Hey, I'm in the middle of an interview. Would you like to talk to the person?
Yeah, yeah. But no, they ain't gonna hold for that. That's my fault for not cutting the pages. But anyway, do anybody want to call up to talk to Devy? 939-5087.
Awesome.
Yeah, you can call in. The phone lines is open. 939-5087. Don't be shy.
Awesome.
Yeah, but that is so awesome, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so awesome that, you know, he gives back, like he gives opportunities. You know, like everybody that he had performing in front of him, or at the Odeon. Oh my gosh, at the Odeon. I don't know why I just had like the biggest tongue twister in the world, but I did.
It happens.
But like he gave all of those artists who have never been on like there were so many of them that did the interview Friday and they're like, I've never been on a big stage before. Like this is an awesome opportunity. And I'm like, you don't have to do that. You have to do that even a little bit, or have all the media there. Like that was awesome. And it's like I think that was motivating to a lot of the artists.
It was
because it's like this could be your reality if you really focus on what you want and you show that you're serious about it.
Yep.
And like that 13-year-old, like that whole show, like let's talk about it. That show was crazy.
That 13-year-old,
crazy. He has so much potential, and he's 13. He got a bodyguard.
Wow.
He got expensive jewelry. He got like over half of what I got.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang. And he was so serious about his stuff.
Dude, 13 years old, was rapping his man. When I say he was killing it,
he did 3, 4.
He was a
big
13 too, wasn't he?
Yeah. When he said 13, I'm glad I didn't have water in my mouth. I'm like, what do you mean? What? Yeah. Like 13, but he had so much talent. He had so much talent, and I hope that the people around him take him serious because he's gonna blow. And then you had, I'm gonna mess up her name. Cache, is that her name?
Yeah.
The girl that wore the white, and I didn't know she was performing that night. They had told me about Brit bands, but that was the only other girl that I had known that was performing. So then when I got there and I saw like the set list and saw, I'm like, who's that? And then when she got on stage, I'm like, oh, that must be who that is. Wow. Yeah. She's got such a soft voice, but it's so powerful. At the same time, like, who hurt you? Yeah, that show was really, really cool. And I love the fact that, like, Cleveland has so much potential. So much.
And so that's what I always say. There's so many good artists here in Cleveland.
Cleveland sleeps on Cleveland. And it's really sad to see because it's like, people wonder why there's so much craziness going on, and it's because they have no opportunity to give back to the city. Like, I've had this conversation with people before, like, what would you do if you got signed? Well, I'm not selfish. Like, I'm very simple. I want a big house that I can grow in. If I want more kids, I want to have, the space to do that. I want to live in a good area where my kid has a good school system and she's safe. In Cleveland,
like any other parent,
right? Exactly. Like it's a common sense answer, but it's like I don't need a Lamborghini. I already drive fast in my little Honda. That's just stupid to me. I'm not gonna be able to take that Lamborghini with me when I'm gone. So why am I about to spend all this money on this crazy car?
And it's hard to drive with something like that around here because some things is made to go,
right?
Not creeping and everything and stopping at every.
And there's too many lights and too much traffic in Cleveland to even have one of those. I'm like, when I see one, I'm like, really?
Too many potholes for one.
Right. Like you know how much money you're gonna put in that car for damages, and that's like part of what I would do. I would give back to the city, and I was actually talking to somebody about this earlier today, like. The idea of opening a big building meant for kids to be able to learn what they want to do and then to follow that and have the opportunity to learn it. Like, if you want to be into woodwork, there's a room down the hall. We got a woodwork specialist that'll teach you how to do it. You want to learn how to cash a check and write a check and save and budget? All right, go down there. Go do it.
And then we got so many big, oversized, empty buildings.
Right. There's so many abandoned things that are not even being used. It's like, what are you doing? Where is this unfulfilled potential going to be fulfilled? Because it's not like everything you learn in regular school is going to teach a kid that. Yep. So, like, what my idea would be to, invest in a building, a big building, where kids are safe, their parents are able to work. Because as a single mom, I know there's opportunities I wish I had where I'm like, can somebody please stay open past 6 so I could work? Because this holiday pay is great, but I cannot get it because I have no supervision for my kid after school. You know, like. But not only is it their kid being watched and taken care of, but at the same time they're learning and they are using their free time in a productive manner. Mm-hmm. There's so many kids that are running around trying to be tough in gangs and guns, drugs, and it's just like that should not be the norm. Like there's so many things that people in Cleveland sleep on, and like the artists here, like I don't know how other artists from Cleveland think, but that's where my mind goes. I'm like, first of all, these potholes need fixed on East Cleveland stat. I'm so tired of my music cutting off when I hit a pothole. Right. Enough.
See, my thing, what I wanted to do is open up different things like, open up like shelters for women, battered women, the kids, even for veterans, you know. Get a contract with these restaurants that's throwing good food out 24/7. Get some trucks and everything. Get a contract with them and deliver to all the homeless.
It's crazy that you say that.
It's man, and that's what I really want to do.
It's crazy you say that because like when I was in cosmetology school, I wanted to look into like when I was nearing the end of it, I started thinking like I want to go to business school next. And my thought process behind that would be to go and buy like a food truck almost, like a luxury food truck, dingy, remodeling it and making it a mobile makeover for homeless people and getting a contract with local businesses that are short-staffed, that have nobody on their staff, their people are overworked and over it, hotels, like getting acquainted with these different companies and contracts, and then having like picking up the homeless people. We could pull over right here, do your hair, give you some pointers, see have you fill out a general application, what experiences you've had, how long you've been out of work, and you now Goodwill, having them come clothes that you've had in your inventory for a little while, or throwing them a couple bucks and just give me all sizes, just give me a bunch of clothes that you're okay with me having, and giving these people another chance because everybody deserves a chance, and then with the hotels, okay, so while you're waiting, when they find a job through these businesses, all right, now you have a hotel room, it's paid for a month, let's say. After that month, you can continue to stay here, whatever, make a deal with the hotels, whatever, and then
that is awesome.
I think that would be so cool because it's not only just looking out for those people, because they deserve an opportunity to get away from that lifestyle. It's not a life, it's sad, and reminding them hey, it's okay.
And that's what I see people starting to do now, these trucks. They got the barber truck riding around, the barbershop truck.
Hell yeah.
They got the car wash truck riding around. They got I think they got some daycare thing truck riding around. Yeah, it's a daycare thing. Yeah.
Oh.
Just like
crazy.
Just like I had a guy on the show a couple of years ago. He's going to come back this summer. He's a DJ.
Oh wow.
He got trucks. So them ice cream trucks.
Yeah.
The side can let down. They come. He got these trucks. Is crazy.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. That kind of style. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I mean he'll pull up. He do house parties. He do block parties. He do weddings.
He ain't got to unpack.
He ain't got to unpack. Just pull up. Boom.
That's sick.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And I'm talking, man.
I need one. Yeah. Look, where his contact info?
Right.
I want one. Hello, sir. Could you pull up to all these or something? I want to have a party in the parking lot.
Well, yeah, sure. I should just contact. Sure. Yeah. But you know what? I want to get into some music.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can do that. We got to set that up.
You got that microphone? Because one of them we gonna,
yeah,
little few things,
I sent one song to do live.
Yeah. That'd be so.
I'm gonna go live on my phone too. Why not? We all live.
That'd be so dope. That's what having fun is all about,
Oh yeah.
I mean, life, having fun, Yeah, we serious in a lot of things we do. We getting business together, but man, you gotta have fun.
You always gotta have fun. I feel like when you take life too serious, you don't enjoy the little things
No.
you have. A lot of people have forgotten how to be grateful. Like, and I still am working on that because there's days where I'm like, oh my gosh, everything is falling apart. I'm over it. And then I kind of like, I get out of that moment, like the heat of the moment where I'm really, really frustrated, and I'll look at my daughter or something, and I'm like, I mean, she's cool. Like she's happy. That's good. That makes me happy.
Right.
And she just ate a snack from the fridge. Life ain't all bad. Like I have to step back and reevaluate and remind myself that, I may not have everything that I want, but I have everything that I need.
Right.
And it's like,
yes.
when I say that,
Reach.
when I say that to myself, it's kind of like the unnecessary pressure that I put on my shoulders as a mom. I'm like, okay. Like, I'm a little bit lighter, Like, I take a moment to, remind myself of the life I've provided and worked so hard for. Right. Like, you got to do that every once in a while, especially just for the mamas out there and the single fathers. When you really are dealing with life and you don't know how to make it work. Because I feel like even though I'm an adult, I'm still childish up here sometimes. And I don't always, I need help, and I'm looking for a trusted adult. And I'm like, oh, I am the trusted. Like, how am I supposed to?
All that is God just reminding us, letting you know that nobody's perfect, that we're not perfect but Him. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
But sometimes when you going through certain things, it seems like you're the only one in the world going through it.
And that's why you make music that talks to the people, because then they step back and they hear it and they're like, oh my gosh, I felt like that yesterday and I wasn't sure. Like, we kind of try to, act like we're the center of the universe sometimes, and we're the only one that goes through these things. Mm-hmm. We all go through it, we just go through it a little bit different sometimes, And I've learned that a lot lately. A lot. I like it.
Is it gonna stay? Is it gonna stay?
Is it gonna do the thing that I need to do? I'm trying to get both of those, and it's not fitting. Alright.
Electronics, that's how it goes.
Over it.
Yeah, but I'm digging that though. I mean, I'm seriously digging it.
Heck yeah. When I make it and I have
oh, somebody want to get in touch with you today.
Right, you are popular. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. You're supposed to cut your volume down. I didn't do that. So the volume,
Oh, I'm like the volume.
Yeah,
what?
and I didn't do that. That's why.
Oh, it's okay. It's all right. It gives a little ad lib sound every once in a while. It's cool. I respect it.
Yeah. Busy.
Yeah, we are.
So decisive.
Yep, I got it up and ready.
Well, I mean, just in case, microphone or whatever.
Oh yeah. When we're gonna play a song though, and
Huh?
Yeah, that'll be for Let Down. That's the one I'm doing live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can do that last.
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool.
Okay, so for now I got 3 here. So tell us about Forget.
Ooh, haha. So Forget was actually recorded in a car.
Oh wow.
It's never been in a studio. That's the first song that I recorded with my friend Tavo. He's really dope. And he stopped mixing. He stopped producing, and it's so hurtful. It breaks my heart because he's so talented. But I recorded it. We were supposed to go to a house studio, and the studio, like, they were in the process of moving out of this house. So he got there, like, 10 minutes before me and saw that the studio had been, like, basically torn out.
Ooh.
And he's like, oh, my goodness. He's like, we could still record, but it would be in the car. I have these iPhone headphones. I've got my MacBook. And we bungeed the mic in between the headrests. And I sat in the back, and he sat in the passenger seat. And we recorded. And then he was working with a rapper at this house. And it was the rapper's house. And the guy came outside, and he's like, is that her? Mm-hmm. He's like, yeah. And he's like, man, why don't we record in the car? It was so awesome. I'm like, yeah, I mean, why not? We should always do this. But that was a really fun recording to make. It was about my daughter's father. I wrote this shortly after we kind of, split our ways for like the last time. And I'm like, man, I wish I could forget about it. So that's what this song is about.
Forget about it.
Right. Here we go.
Oh, and there's like a minute of silence at the end.
Okay. A little dead. Okay.
Don't wanna look in the mirror, just wanna leave it in the past. Forget about it. I'm on the wrong side of right. Don't wanna feel shit tonight. Just wanna go on with life and try to keep on denying. But I can't forget about it. You touch my head, you touch my heart. Made me believe you could mend these scars. And now my heart keeps falling apart. You were just another fucked up shot in the dark. Thought I could take away the pain from your past. We're just statistics, we were made to last. Too young kids I fell in love in class. They run like a magic eyes. I wish I could forget all of that. You're just like liquor, so easy to chase, so hard to take over somebody's and take the pain away. That was my first mistake. Leaning on you, trying to find a break in all this mess. Yeah, and I know I must confess, my weakness back then was your eyes, and it slowly crept into being your lies. You used to be my best kept secret. I'm sorry that you could not keep it. You touched my head, you touched my heart. Made me believe you could mend these scars. And now my heart keeps falling apart. You were just another fucked up shot in the dark. Thought I could take away the pain from your past. We're just statistics, we were made to last. Too young as I fell in love in class. They run like a magic eyes. I wish I could forget all of that. And look for me in her eyes. She'll see the worry and won't believe the lies. You'll either have to tell the truth and say that you miss me, or do what I do and force yourself to forget me. This shit's not easy, no, I can't make it up. If things were different, we couldn't get enough of each other. But it is what it is. I refuse to keep drowning in the shit that you refuse to face. You touch my hand and you touch my heart. Made me believe you could mend these scars. And now my heart keeps falling apart. You were just another fucked up shot in the dark. Thought I could take away the pain from your past. We're just statistics, we were made to last. So you kiss the feeling of the grass. Now you're gone like a magic eye. And I wish I could forget all of that.
Nice.
And then that minute of silence starts. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. Why not? You know who else did that like years ago? Lil Wayne. One of his songs has like a minute or some minutes long of just silence.
Okay.
I was like, why not? We're here.
That's dope.
Thank you.
Man, I was visioning a video with this.
Yeah.
I want to make
Because-
a video.
Yeah.
Because look,
Yeah.
for one, a rapper can jump on this.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be dope. For right. Number two, I mean, you can or you don't have to.
No, I would
I'm
love
just
to
saying, you
remix all
can't,
my songs. That would be so
And
sick.
check this out. For some reason, this is so smooth and so clean and just so pure. I'm imagining like you in a boat.
Ooh.
Not I ain't talking about no goofy little rowboat. I'm
Like
talking
a
about
rowboat,
like no, not Little House on the Prairie thing. I'm talking about something like a nice speedboat, and you just going across the water and your hair just flying. The atmosphere would just,
That would be dope.
man, because you just open mind, open water, open everything, just getting everything. Yeah.
You forgetting it all in the past.
Yeah.
All back there.
That is so, man.
Yeah.
I can see that, man.
Don't. Hey, if anybody has a boat and they would like to let us use it for the forget video, please message in or call in or something.
Yeah.
That'd be dope. That would be so
I do
sick.
know people with boats too.
And you didn't hit me up all summer. The audacity. Now we're about to not be able to sail for half a year.
Yeah, it's coming.
It'll be here before we know it.
Mm-hmm.
Until then, we gotta deal with the snow.
Man, that is so nice, man, right there.
Thank you.
That song right there could be a Grammy.
Really?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's a
I know
Grammy
so.
song?
Yeah.
Y'all better stop playing with me. I don't even know how to put that in for a Grammy. Like, here you go.
Yeah, that's a real good song.
Thank you. I love that song. I wrote it in the bathtub in 10 minutes.
Ooh.
But you know what? You've been so.
Oh, Solomon, I got it.
What?
Ooh. And listening to this song, you know who I matched her with? So you putting her with rappers, and okay, so that's cool. But when it comes to the video, you know what I was thinking more along the lines of?
What?
Green Team Ping. That whole laid back vibe and stuff, she puts me in the mind of I can smell the flowers.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But I say she can either have rappers or she don't have to. But I'm just saying
that'd be cool.
that visual, about for what she's singing about.
Yeah, that's why I say green ping. That's I visualize that. Yeah. You know who she is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Now I gotta start networking with her. Hey, how are you?
Right. Yeah, heck yeah.
But man, I'm telling you, that's like video clips, which I used to do, running in and out of stores, shopping together, and then Blink Black till you cross the water and all that.
That is exactly sort of how I imagined it. Like that video, in my brain, and I want to collab with some director, somebody that could actually record this. But the beginning is all the good times. It's like a flash. It's you hear a heartbeat.
Make sure I'm in the video.
She'll be my security guy.
Yeah.
But the beginning of the video would be no music yet. Where there's a video, there's a part where we're laying in the bed, taking pictures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Black. Mm-hmm. Then it's another one, we're in the car, hanging out. Black. Then it's, I found out you cheated. Or something stupid. That's not what it's about. But the video purpose.
Yeah.
Right.
He did something, and I go and I get in the car, and then the music starts. I'm gonna get on the road. And then my original plan would be to go to some abandoned graffiti out place, have a party. And I'm performing this song, and he comes with his girlfriend. And then that part where it's you look for me in her eyes. He's looking at her, and she's like, do you know her? What are you doing? And there's a bunch of people between where I am on stage and where they are. And he's trying to come through, and by the time he gets to the stage, the song's over. Now you're gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now I'm gone. Now I'm already left the stage.
Forget about it.
That's my brain
Man, you got a voice, dude.
Yeah, you do.
For real.
Thank you.
Man.
I'm trying.
You ain't trying, you doing it.
Don't make me cry.
Don't say that word try. I don't want to hear you say that word.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it out of my vocabulary.
I'm with that.
Yeah. Because you doing it.
Thank you.
Man. But see, that's why, like I was saying, you get a lot of feedback. People don't know who. But they was all around me. Everybody was around me. Man, she is good, man. I love her. Her spirit, everything. She sound good. They was all saying that when you was on stage.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I think the craziest part of that was finding out that Bizzy stopped his VIPs to watch me perform. Lil Bizzy told me that. He was like, my father said, hold up. and just opened the door. Like, he left the line where it was and came out, and he sent me a video, and he recorded it. And I didn't even know that he had came out of the... I'm like, oh, he gonna miss my set. And I was just like, all right, whatever, I have to do it anyway. But he didn't miss it. I'm like, you came out for me? You know, like, it was such a... Like, this man's invested.
You know, I got the video, but it's too long for me to do anything with it.
Send me a little clip. Little tiny... You can send me little clips.
You won't have to...
I'll show you.
Yeah.
Because I forgot you bad with technology.
Yeah,
I got you.
yeah.
Well, I'll teach you how. That way, if this ever happens again, you know what you're doing. Got you.
People know, hey, I'm goofy when it comes to electronics.
Nothing wrong with that. You can't be good at everything.
You're a work in progress.
I can say I'm goofy, you know. So.
Goofy, not stupid.
Right.
Yes.
All right, ready for the next one?
Oh, snap. What's the next one? I forget what I said.
Maybe.
Oh, okay. So about this one, Maybe is the second song I did. But this is actually not a released song. This is the Showmaster. So it has my vocals, but it's very low. It's very tiny. Very. And he left the ad-lib that I did. I told him I was kidding, and he thought I was serious. So that's in there. So just enjoy that. Look out for it.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Hi, guys. Could never be what it was and gave you a heart, but I never said that it was perfect. I love too hard, especially people who are undeserving, so undeserving. I close my eyes, then you were picture perfect. All of your words, yeah, they kind of made me nervous, but I thought maybe this one could be worth it. Are you really worth it? Let me get straight to the point, though. It'd be a shame if you let me go.
Hey.
I'm not like any other girl.
Okay.
Any other girl you know. I could not clean, I have a whole nother. I'm pretty cute and I'm really funny. I'll hold you down. Yeah, your parents would be so proud. Promise not to love me. Oh, maybe we could start this off slow. See where it's gonna go, I don't know. But maybe we can cut this thing off. Talk it up as a loss, cause you don't have no time for me. And I don't have time for the things you think that I don't see. So let me know before I gotta go. Yeah, see, why is that the highest like audio we hear locally? Like, wow. What a guy. But this is the part that I use to interact with the crowd. I took a deep breath, now I can say some more shit. The fact of the matter is, you like to endorse shit. Shit that ain't your shit, that bitches on your dick. The shit that makes me sick and I refuse to deal with. Baby, there ain't no concealing it. I won't give a reason because I don't have to. I'm looking right past you, your fault that I have to lose your attitude. And I don't mean to be rude, but shit is long overdue. How the fuck did you love me? You can't even love you, that's clear to see. You have what I need, and it's fine by me. The audacity, the way you sound for me. You got a lot of nerve, boy, yeah, I give it to ya. But you and I both she won't do ya how I do ya. Maybe it's my fault, cause I try to pursue ya. But you're now, and that's a no, I'll never move ya. Maybe we can start this off slow. See where it's gonna go, I don't know. Or maybe we can cut this thing off. Drop it up as a loss, cause you don't have no time for me. And I don't have time for the things you think that I don't see. So let me know before I gotta go. Maybe we can start this off slow. See where it's gonna go, I don't know. Maybe we can cut this thing off. Drop it up as a loss, cause you don't have no time for me. And I don't have time for the things you think that I don't see. So let me know before I gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
I had to sing it. That was so low. This is so
I
low.
like that. I like that.
That's when you perform.
Yeah.
Man, look, when you did that part, when you took the breath, the deep, that was so raw.
Thank you.
Man, that was raw.
That song was fun to write.
It was so different too. Like don't like that pause, that breath is everything in the song. Tell me.
That's the part that I'm like, we gotta make sure we have the
yes.
Yeah.
We gotta have it. And
yes.
that was the bomb. The bee's knees.
Man, your music is awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'll try.
And thank you. That's right. Time out. Time out.
Right. I gotta go on the court. 5 minutes. The audacity is ridiculous in here.
That's what's happening. See, this is what it's all about, man. Just having fun, making music, and just walking in your purpose. You know, God first always.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I definitely think God has led me into my music because I don't think I would. I know I wouldn't be where I am in my music if I didn't turn to Him when I felt unsure about things. Like there have been times where before I said I need to be selfish, where I would contemplate like, do I need to spend this money to go into a studio? Do I need to spend time writing? Is it really worth it? And then I think about it. I'm like, duh. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you're so dumb right now. Because why wouldn't it be worth it? Like, this is what makes you happy and keeps you going when you feel like you can't anymore. That's why God gave you the music and the things that you have so that you can do this. And I lose sight of that so much sometimes. Like, I gotta get it together.
Yeah,
I wonder if it's doing that to you. We get home.
Ooh, wait, they ringing you.
I wonder if it's doing that because on my phone it told me that I couldn't have it sideways.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
But that's weird. Anyway.
Right.
But it's like I say, it's my focus. It don't matter if they call, but don't you got your volume down.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't have that down. As you can see.
Oh well.
But it's funny that you had said like you guys was in the car, you recorded, because look at a lot of people who look at Jermaine Dupri and all them. Look how they started. A mattress in a bedroom behind a mattress.
Yep.
There's a lot of people started. So man, there's so many people go in the closet.
Yep.
There's so many ways, and as long as you got a good mic.
Oh yeah, the mic is the most important part because you can alter the sound on an old Dell computer. As long as it's able to download and update and do all that, which most of them can, as long as you have Wi-Fi. The mic is the most important because even if you record it on a crappy old computer, that might act brand new.
Yeah.
So.
See, that was Lazy's brother right there. Lazy's still brother, Jay Loyal.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jay Loyal. Yeah,
He's like, hey.
Hey, the phone lines is open. Now stop, not to cut you off. But
no, you're good.
The phone lines is open. 939-5087. I want to call up. Dial 939-5087. Have at it. Talk to the young lady right here. Yeah, Dexy.
Dexy. You know how many people call me that on the regular?
And I'll be tearing people's names up.
It's okay.
Left and right.
Dexy, I'll take it. That's like Lat. How everybody calls him Six Lat.
Devy.
Because he has a number 6 as
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like,
I love him.
I did that. But the X, the reason I use an X, because I know that question is going to come at some point. But
it's silent.
It is. It's X'd out. There's no letter. It's not Dexy, it's just Devy. Because even if I take it and I just do DVY, it's still the same pronunciation as DXBY. But people going to still say Dexby, so it's fine.
You know what, our cartoons, we're going smart brains.
Yes. The smartest of brains.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Yeah. Ready to do that line, that microphone thing.
Ooh.
The microphone thing.
Okay. I still gotta go grab it. We got one more song.
Oh, okay.
Honest, yeah.
This is the first song I performed on Saturday.
And it's good to be honest.
It is. My phone done died almost.
Uh-oh.
My butt pocket. It's alright. Happens. I knew it was going to happen. I just didn't know how long it
You got an iPhone?
No, because I'm a weirdo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't even bring my charger.
But you know what? You're going to have
It's okay, I don't need it.
You're going to have the whole thing anyway, so don't.
Right, it's okay.
Yeah. Forget about
it.
it.
Cat, they scoop things off the table, knock it down.
That video was so funny. My cat's
and they're like, don't do it. Don't. And the cat's just like, ha!
Hey, did you see the one? He had like it was like a fake cat, like a stuffed animal cat, and he told the cat not to do it. He was going for it, and then he started punching the stuffed animal cat, and the cat looked at him. The cat he left it alone. It was so funny. It was hilarious.
Oh my god, you gonna do that to me?
It was hilarious.
No, I saw one not that long ago when he was playing with his owner's car keys, and she's like, "Don't push them off," and he's just keeping eye contact while moving his paw.
That's what they do.
And she's like, says his name.
Gotta call her.
Aw, snap.
Thanks for calling Salt Park Radio Shows on the line. Hello, hello.
Oh, he said something disconnected.
Yeah.
Wow. Call back.
Call back. Your phone call died. I don't know what happened. 939-5087.
Look, cry in the car. Like, you ready to talk to me? No. But yeah, he was like, "Don't touch the key." And the cat just ran, like, just immediately, like, boom, ha ha. It was great. I love cat videos. They're hilarious.
Them things is hilarious.
Cats are funny. I have a Maine Coon at home. His name is Maze, and he is so...
A Maine Coon?
Yeah.
What is...
He's a big cat.
Oh, one of them big cats?
He's long, and he's got long hair.
Is that the one with them little things on their ears?
Some of them, yeah, he has a little teeny tiny bit, but when they have either like full-bred Maine Coon or a little bit more Maine Coon than a mix, then a lot of them will get them little points. His are little tiny things.
So he's not your normal little cat.
Nope. That man is aggressive.
Wow. That's what's up. I'm ready to rip that song.
Alrighty, here we go.
Ooh.
This mic.
It's funny because this song and the song I'm doing live are both about the same person. Don't wanna call you out, but I know what you're thinking about. Just by your voice I can hear the smile at the corners of your mouth. The darkness you're drowning out. If I'm nervous you calm me down. And look in your eyes, I've got butterflies in your voice, I love the sound. If I'm honest, I want you around. I'll stay if you promise to hold me down. Don't give a fuck about the talk of the town. If you're my king, I'ma fix your crown. It's you, I go to war for. Treat me right, and anything you want is yours. We really couldn't ask for more, so I turn back to what we had before. Love that causes something to ignore. It's something that many people can't afford. This heart is mine, but it wants to be yours. I'm right here, so please no more detours. I've been fucked up before, so going into this I was so scared for sure. You're everything I prayed for. From the moment we made eye contact, you've been a darling. From the moment we made eye contact, you've been a darling. If I'm honest, I want you around. I'll stay if you promise to hold me down. Don't give a fuck about the talk of the town. If you're my king, I'ma fix your crown. You, I go to war for. Treat me right, and anything you want is yours. You really couldn't ask for more, so I turn back to what we had before. Love that causes something to ignore. It's something that many people can't afford. This heart is mine, but it wants to be yours. I'm right here, so please no more detours. No, you don't gotta hide from me. Loving you is so easy to see. No matter the distance between, I promise I've got you through anything. It's us, I wanna trust, and we've been hurt in ways that are disgusting. We're human, so we're still readjusting. Rebuilding after all the destruction. Who cares if anybody else is fussing? I'd rather focus on our subtle seduction. Or the way you pick my brain and get it rushing. God didn't put us here for nothing.
Digging that, man. I like that.
That one was my favorite.
Yeah.
That was great.
Man, the music and everything, and the instruments in there, it's like, it sounds so good,
It's all full. Yeah, that was fun. I liked recording that song because it was actually the first time I worked with that producer in Invasion Studios. I'd never worked with him before, and we did that in one take. Like we recorded it that one time, and then I had the show. And my goal was to have at least one of the songs that I was recording in the studio to be released before the song. So I messaged him, and I'm like, hey, hello, can you mix this real quick? Like, I have a show, and I want to get the master for it and the show master for both songs. He's like, all right, I can do that. I'm like,
what studio was it?
Invasion Studios.
Okay, Invasion Studios.
Yeah, Addie Ray did that one. But we did that the one time. We vibed. It was fun to work with him. And then he's like, yeah, I got you. And he emails me it. And I'm like, this is not what I was expecting. Thank you. Because, you know, a lot of the time when you work with, like, an engineer, they have to kind of, you know, pinpoint your sound. And because everybody sounds different. So there's not a set thing to do for every artist you work with. It's all different. And I'm like, you captured me so well. Like, thank you.
He's a good engineer.
Heck yeah, it was cool.
Tell everybody where you can be reaching, you know, your platform or your.
Ooh, good question. So on Facebook, it's just my artist name, DXVY. And then on Instagram, those are the two main social medias I use. But Instagram, it's Devy. So it's HEYITS DXVY. No spaces, no caps, just straight through. Yes. Heck yeah. And then I'm on Spotify under Devy, YouTube under Devy. Apple Music is weird. I gotta re-release all my music. It's so silly how they put me in there. But all my Apple Music is under Devy Dev, DEVYDEV. Because that was my first name, like my first artist name. But I made the rookie error of not checking to see if anyone else had been using that name. And the other artists had already had, like, established music. And I'm like, you know, this is my first song. I'm going to just change it. So I changed it on everything, but it's like Apple's system is so weird. Like, if you change your name, you have to, like, unrelease it and then re-release it. I'm like, that's so much that you were asking me to do.
Yeah.
Like, that's, you can say, basically deletes all of your streams.
That ain't cool.
I know. I'm like, screw Apple. I'm just going to keep these under Devy Dev. Whatever. So a lot of my music, even Honest, like the last song that you played, that one's under Devy Dev. I'm like, I changed this like months ago. I even got in touch with like customer support. I'm like, this is such a runaround. So if you have an Apple device and you would like to listen to me, it's just DEVYDEV, no spaces.
Yeah.
So silly. And you might see another rapper that's under there.
I do hear a lot of complaints about Apple. I do be hearing it.
Yeah, Apple's system and the way that they do things, like with your distributors, is so weird for music. It's so weird. And in order for them to, like, fix it, you have to delete your old stuff.
That ain't cool, man.
Yeah.
Man, I say, you know, Apple probably listen to us like now, like, doggone it.
Right. Like, well, fix your stuff, and we wouldn't have this this complaint during live interviews, George.
Yeah.
This is why I have a Motorola.
Man.
Rather have a Motorola.
So who do you see yourself? I know you said you were working with anybody, but who do you see yourself working with?
I would love to work with artists that I sound like, but that I don't sound like. You know, like Halsey. She's very diverse in her sound. I love her. Kalani. Oh my goodness, that was amazing.
Yeah.
JoJo. Yes.
Siwa.
No, definitely not Siwa. My daughter would love this. She's like, oh my god.
Right.
She would probably be. She would just like, oh my gosh, JoJo Siwa. I have like a punk sound too. Like I can do a little bit of everything. So like with my punk music, I'm like MGK would be dope to work with. Not a typical person that I would be like, oh yeah. But him, there's a new guy named Jaden, and he's actually, I don't know if he's still touring or if he just finished touring with MGK, Travis Barker, and like all of them. I'm like, we gotta do something, dude. We both have X's in our name. We both get it, you know? So I think that would be dope. And then there's a lot of local artists, like that 13-year-old. I want to work with him. Well, he was dope. Everybody that was at that show. I would work with all of them, for real. Because, like, it goes all back to the Cleveland has to start supporting Cleveland. Y'all got to start streaming stuff even when you don't want to stream them. Like, you might not be in the mood to listen to Brit bands, but if you want her to succeed, then guess what? The streaming starts somewhere, and it starts at home. Like, you think of ATL, everybody's hyping everybody up. Everybody wants to see each other win. So it's like, I think when I work with people, it'll be local artists, obviously, and then moving up. I've already worked with Bizzy and AC and Crazy, and I do plan on branching out and working with other big name artists at some point. But so that's just when that comes.
So let everybody know what's a few songs that you got out with Bizzy and all these other.
Oh yeah. Well, Warriors 3 was the song that I did with Bizzy, but that's only on YouTube. That's on his personal, his Jam TV channel. It's only there. You can't stream it on anything. I mean, you can stream it on like.
I want nobody to steal it. I want nobody to steal it.
Right, basically, yeah. But it's on YouTube on his personal account. So it's just Warriors 3, Jam TV. That has like over 200K views right now. It's like 206, 208,000 views. I'm like, oh my gosh. Wow.
Nice.
The one day someone noticed me at a Sunoco. I was like, so random. It's so, yes, I am. Thank you for noticing.
They love me. They really
know
love
who
me.
I am. Wow. So emotional. No, it was not. But I was like, wow, that's a first.
You're going to be getting that, more and more.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to come here and tell you. I'm like, oh my gosh, guess what happened? Guess what happened? Guess who asked for my autograph? I don't know who it was, but they asked for my autograph.
That is so dope.
Yeah. Heck yeah. You got to get an autograph wall in here somewhere.
Autograph wall?
Yeah, start having people in here.
Yeah.
And have them sign it before they leave.
Smart.
That's a good idea.
It is. Very good idea.
Like get like a poster board or something.
Yeah, I got something like that. I believe I got to pull it out.
Really cool.
Yeah.
But when y'all do it, you got to come back. Even if you don't interview me, I got to come back and just sign
it.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll be getting interviewed again.
Yes. But I definitely want to sign it.
I'm going to let you know.
Okay.
Yeah. So I know sometimes you be out, people are like, hey, sign that, sign my forehead. I don't care,
Oh, they do. That happened at the show, actually. I signed a mirror in the green room, and then at the end of the show, I was dancing to like whatever the DJ was playing and singing. And
I seen that, the mirror in the
green. Heck yeah! And then there was a guy that I've seen him before. I don't know where I've seen him. I have no idea. He looked very familiar, but he was like, he walked up to me and he had the Warriors 3 CD. He was like, "Will you please sign this?" And I'm like,
"Oh,
okay, I will sign." And I signed the CD.
That is
I'm like, that is so cool. That is such a surreal feeling.
That'd have been dope if somebody was filming that.
They did it because they suck.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
See?
It was, but it's all right because it was a special moment with the fans.
Yeah.
So it was like, it would have been cool to have, but at least someone was recording me sign the mirror. Can't win them all.
I was all over the place, but if I was right at that moment right then, I would have got it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's going on over there?
Well, we went through the music. Yeah, so now it's time to. Oh, wait a minute. The instrumental. Is that over here?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't see the. Make sure these go in here.
You don't see the instrumental?
Nope. I don't see it.
I sent it in a completely different email.
Oh, not the NSR.music submit?
Oh, I know. I sent it to that one, but it was a completely different email that I sent. It wasn't in that one with the other 3.
Oh, yeah, it's not up here.
So you have to send it in the other one?
No, I mean, you can, but it just didn't come to the NSR.music submit.
Oh.
Oh, that's the one it should have been to. I don't know. I sent it to one of them. I thought it was the music submit because I said it when Wow. Electronics. The beat is on YouTube. We can pull it up there.
Okay.
But
yeah, who would you get some shout outs?
Shout out to my mom. Hey mom. I know you're out there listening somewhere. Now I'm rhyming. Wow.
Shout out to moms.
Shout out to mom and dad and Cam.
Yeah.
Who else do I want to shout out? Shout out to Millie, my little baby. I love you forever and ever. You're the bestest. Shout out to her daddy for taking her and being great. We bump heads, but that's my homie.
Yeah.
I'll fight anybody over him, including him.
I'll fight you over yourself.
Right. Be nice to yourself.
Okay, what's the name of the instrumental?
That's what's happening.
Oh, it's wireless.
Yeah, everything is wireless now. Majority.
Yeah.
That I don't know what I'm doing.
That first one.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yay.
That's where personal assistant come in at.
Okay.
And it stay there. And it stay there.
Up, down, up, down, up.
Well, okay, let's set this up there.
Yay.
So I would want to have something like a performance type set.
Snap.
Yeah.
So where you want me? How you want me?
I guess.
I stay right here. I stay right here.
Well,
I don't care either way.
We'll be right back, y'all. Hang tight. Hang tight.
I was afraid of like, oh my gosh, like I wasn't expecting that. Oh, okay, thanks. So now it'll be really cool for your feedback.
Yeah.
Be completely honest.
Honest. Just be honest.
Let's just be real.
That's how we do it on the Southern Paulk radio show.
Always. We don't bring the static, but we bring the noise.
Hey!
Right.
See, I learned. I've been here for a little bit, and I'm already here.
You got it.
Right.
Those who just now tuning in, we looking at Devy, this Bizzy Bones goddaughter right here. We doing it big time in Cleveland. Cleveland stand up. Oh yeah.
Hold on, let me make people stand up.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we're gonna make them stand up.
Here we go.
Yes.
You ready? You got me losing my focus. I was hoping that I wouldn't notice that your voice is so soft-spoken. Would you laugh loud when we're joking? Never thought you would be so open. I guess subconsciously I've been hoping that you'd not saw me. Bring your open, 'cause been sucking, and you got nothing but time on your hands. You tell me you've been hurt before, and I understand that for a man it's hard to let anyone in. And fuck dating in this generation. We're so scared of letting anyone in, so we build the walls up and we play pretend like we're both not overthinking. But that's why our relationship is sinking. Being let down is something that I'm used to, but I don't wanna be let down by you. I'm scared to relive what my exes put me through, but I don't know the difference between them and you. You could be another let down, and I'd never know. Who's to say this persona isn't just for show? If this isn't love for you, then please just let me go. 'Cause I'd rather you leave than me be the last to know. The last to know. Don't wanna be the last to know. The last to know, to know, to know. I drive away with tears running down my face. My intuition was right. This was all a mistake, and you're faking. The way that this hurts, I can't take. Can't understand why I got hit with a heartbreak. I hope you see me later and regret what you did. I tried to work it out, but you just ran like a kid. It wasn't my mess to clean up, or my broken pieces to fix, but I should've known. Yeah, I should've known, 'cause being let down is something that I'm used to, but I didn't wanna be let down by you. I was scared to relive what my exes put me through. Turns out there's no difference between them and you. You were just another let down, and I should've known that your persona was really just for show. It wasn't love for you, but you couldn't let me go. Now everybody knows, yeah, everybody knows.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yay!
Man, that was so nice.
That was wonderful. Hold on, crowd.
Yeah.
Thank you. I would like to thank the
Man.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
That was beautiful.
You're beautiful.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
I tried. I do try. Try, see?
You did it.
Right, you right. That part. That part. Little.
That song and another song are both going to be recorded soon.
Man, you got a wonderful voice, man.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And we had like our own little miniature tiny desk concert just now. We should do that. Yeah.
We should have like multiple artists.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
That's my whole idea.
Okay.
Oh, so
I'd like to
excited.
say, yeah, that's what I'm. Because we gotta, you know what I mean? And like I say, this is good to give, artists a platform to stand on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, they already got a platform to stand on, but variety.
Right.
Have
Variety,
a voice, speak
local,
out,
yeah.
doing everything.
Heck yeah. I think it's huge that you are even, like having me here. I think it's